Hi, this is Mateo with TechnoWeld. I'm the repair tech here. Today we are going to be looking at the MP220IDV. It is a dual voltage machine. You can run it at 120 or 230. Welds up to 5/16. The 220 is similar to the 140T that we have here. This one's just dual voltage, so a little upgrade there. It does do all your same features, your MIG stick, TIG, spoolgun, Flux Core, all of those features. It does have a spot timer feature. It doesn't come with the spoolgun, but it is spoolgun ready. It comes with your gas hose and regulator. Your stinger for stick. A power cord adapter to run it on 120 or 230. Your basic ground clamp here. Your power cord in the back. A weld power connector. And then your regular MIG gun. Alright, so today we're going to run it at 120 here. So we plug our 230 cord into our power cord adapter. Guess it's this. We're going to plug it in. I'm not welding with it, but we don't recommend running it off an extension cord. We have it plugged in, turn her on. So I have it set on spoolgun. There's little features right here, switch. So there's 3 features on this switch. You have your spoolgun feature, a stick TIG feature, so if you do it to the middle, it's on stick TIG, and then MIG, which we'll be using as demonstration today. So if we want to flip that switch all the way down, we're not going to use a spot timer today. This is your wire feed speed and your live amperage reader here. This way, middle knob is your voltage, so you can change it that way. It goes up to 19 volts because we're only on 120 here. I'm going to show you how to connect your MIG gun here. So MIG gun's very basic here. You're just going to go ahead, plug her in right here. There is a wing nut on the inside. You want to loosen that up just enough so you can slide her in, make sure she's snug. Tighten your wing nut back up. Now you have a 5-pin connector here. There's a 5-pin receptacle at the front of the machine. You just want to do it until it snaps into place, like so. Your weld power connector is going to plug into your positive, and that is attached to the machine. So then you're going to take your ground clamp here, and that's going to be in your negative. Plug it in, twist it. And make sure you're set on MIG gun. Turn that up here. I don't have any wire in it yet, but I just want to show you, if you pull the trigger here, you'll see your drive motor will start running. And you can change your speed, so it's on low speed right now. Turn it up a little bit. And there's that. And next we're going to be loading up some wire into it. Alrighty, so now we're going to load up some wire here. We're going to be using 0.30 here today, so go ahead and stick that on your spool hub assembly. And to put this on, you have 3 pieces. So you have your cover, put that in there. You have a spring that goes after, and you have your locking nut. Put that on there. You want it to move just a little bit. You also want to make sure your wire is feeding from the bottom here. Okay, so now you have your drive roll here. Depending on what size you're using, you'll see if you take this guy out, there's 0.30 and then 2.3 on this one. We're using 0.30, so we want that guy sticking outwards. There's a groove there. Okay, feed that over. Put your cover back on there. Feed that over the top. Feed it into the hole there. Feed it a decent amount into your torch, not too much. Close it. That locks it. Now your wire won't move. There's 2 tensioners here. You have your tension knob for your spool. You don't want it. You want it to be able to, move a little bit. You don't want it to sit up and press tight against the door, or else it's going to feed weird. So make sure it's on there, but it's not super tight. The other one is your tension from your drive roll pushing against your wire. So that's this black knob on top. If you have it too tight, it won't feed. It will just, you know, pull your wire very tightly, and it just doesn't feed correctly. So, and if you have it too loose, it will feed too much wire at once. So you want to find your happy medium there. I recommend just leaving it like halfway through, like between 3 and 4. And then you should be good there. And then just like I said, make sure you have your drive roll set to the correct wire size that you're on, or else it'll slip and it won't feed on that as well. So, setting up your regulator, you got your gas hose plugged into your regulator here. You want to plug your regulator into your gas tank. So one side is into your regulator, and one side is take your cover off of your gas connector. Screw that on there, and that's how you set up your gas tank. Just make sure you have a wrench, and you want to tighten these. You don't want to over tighten them, because I mean, then it's gonna be a pain getting them off. But you want them on there snug. You are dealing with gas, so you don't want to have a leakage on the outside. Turn your machine on. When I'm feeding wire, I like to just take the nozzle off. It just gives it a little bit more play. And take my tip off, just easier that way. Okay, so now we're gonna feed it, and as you can see, it's feeding. We're going to crank it up a little bit because it takes a little while to come through the torch. Alright, so you just want to put your contact tip back in, your nozzle back over the top, and your wire's feeding. So now it's, my ground clamp's not connected, so it's not live right now, but it's feeding and you're good to go with that.